Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be getting an a6400, but I have to drive all the way to Dallas for it. So come along for the trip. Yo guys, so I'm here in Dallas to pick up an a6400 because I ordered it from Amazon, and they decided that they're gonna take 1 to 2 months to send it, and I kind of want it now. So I found a place in Dallas to get it, and then I'll cancel my Amazon order. And I brought my boy Mike with me. He's over there doing bad things with lottery. Don't do that stuff. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the morning to get some rest. Man, after some much needed sleep, we're about to go off and get the camera. I think we're gonna get breakfast first, possibly. I don't know yet. And then I might film in there, but I realized I didn't bring a second battery, so my camera might die. But yeah, we'll see. If not, I'll see you back at home. Hey, what's up guys? I made it back home and I got the a6400. So I just wanted to do like a quick unboxing and everything that I got for it. So the a6400 itself, and then I got a 256 gig SD card with a read speed of 170 megabytes per second. It actually wasn't a bad price, $100 for that much memory. That's not bad. And then got a Tiffin ND filter, variable ND filter, so that way I can just have it on all the time and keep my f-stop pretty low. And then I'm not sure what this is. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is just screen protectors for the back of the camera, so that way I don't scratch it up too much. And then I got a 10 to 18 millimeter f4 lens to put on this, and a small rig cage. All right, so first things first, let's cut up with the camera. Actually, that one I don't need a knife. So it's got one battery strap that I will never use. And this bad boy right here. Look at that. This thing is so small compared to the camera I have. It's about half the size. This thing only weighs about a pound, maybe 2 pounds, maybe, if that. About 1.5 pounds, something like that. This small rib cage, I got it so that way I could mount my microphone off to the side, because this screen actually flips up so I can see what I'm doing. The hot shoot is actually right there. Whatever, I'm not going to use it anyways. The hot shoot's right here, and the screen flips up right in front of it. Makes it really difficult to use a microphone with it. So what I plan on doing is putting this small rig cage on. If I could do real quick. Yeah, the small rig cage. So I put this on here, and then I can mount my microphone off to the side here instead of right above, which will be super handy. I'm wearing a black shirt, Sony Black Products. The microphone right here. Oh, and these little tassels, there's little tassels right here. These little tassels need to be cut off in order for me to use this. Not just that, these little tassels make a lot of little ringing noises, which we don't want for video. Nice, it's in there. And with this, I can still access my battery compartment. The reason why I got a 10 to 18 millimeter lens, because there's like a 1.6 crop factor, I believe, on this, which will make it about a 16 millimeter lens. So, and it also has optical image stabilization, which helps since this doesn't have any IBS in it. I think is what it is. IBIS. Internal. Honestly, I don't know what that stands for, really. Never really paid that much attention to it. As well, this is also my first Sony camera to use or own in that matter. Really, Ginger? That's disgusting. That was really tight to put on. It's kind of scary. I didn't like how tight that was. All right, let's throw a battery in here. I hope this battery's fully charged. I got extra batteries and I got a 3 battery charger, so I can always have them charged, which will be nice. No, the battery isn't charged. I'll be back with that. So one thing I realized in the box is it doesn't come with a dock for you to charge your battery. You have to plug this USB into this USB brick and then into the camera to charge the battery. So it's a good thing that I actually bought an external battery charger instead of just more batteries. Otherwise I would have been screwed just having to charge one battery at a time in the camera, which wouldn't have helped anything. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. So I'm gonna get this charged. Maybe my other batteries have a charge, we'll see. Alright, so I got another battery. Luckily that charger that I got shows that it is fully charged, or halfway charged, so we can turn the camera on and see how it looks. Yes, it comes on. Oh, dude, you can choose your time zone. This is wild looking. Look at the way the time zone is on here. Well, you probably can't see on there. Look at the way. Alright, I'm about to start talking again real quick. Can't remember what I was gonna say though now. No, I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah. Oh, I realized that the camera that I'm shooting on wasn't in autofocus, so I might not be in focus for the beginning of this, so please forgive me. That's what I was gonna say. It's weird as shit, right? Me just talking to a camera.
Yeah, it's weird. Don't look at me.
I know, it's weird, right?
Okay, you want me to look behind the camera?
If you want to.
Look at me.
I think that's gonna be more weird. Thank God I got this 256 gig SD card because it's all the way in the battery compartment, which is hard to get to. Alright, so I have my whole camera rig set up. We're gonna go to the shooting range here in a little bit, so I'm gonna get some footage of that and test out the slow-mo with this camera and see how it goes. Right now I have everything set to manual except for my ISO and my white balance, and actually it works out pretty well. Like, look at this. That's pretty nice. Like, look, you can even see outside from well inside. And our lighting's terrible from inside. Like, absolutely terrible. So, we'll see how it goes. So this camera's around $900 just for the body, but this thing's pretty amazing for the price. I heard somewhere that it has the same processing as their A9, which is a $5,000 camera. I mean, it doesn't have in-body stabilization, but it, speaking of that, that's actually what IBIS stands for, is in-body image stabilization. Alright, well, whatever. If you have a lens that has optical image stabilization, then you're set. You don't really need that. Everything's pretty smooth when you're moving around and stuff like that. But literally with just one switch, I can go from 24 frames a second to 120 frames a second, and it adjusts all my settings to where I am shooting at the exact same exposure for everything. So it's so easy to just be able to do that, and then once you're done with that, you just switch it back, and then you're just back to recording normally, and it's pretty tight because you get some sexy B-roll at 120 frames, and it's at 1080p. So I mean, I'll shoot at 4K regularly and then just scale it down to 1080p. So everything that I bought for this camera and for my other camera is all linked in the description below, and this is gonna be my daily driver. I'm probably going to sell the other camera. My original idea was to sell my other camera, but I've kind of been thinking about not doing that. And just kind of having a secondary camera, especially if I get any more products and stuff like that. For camera equipment, I want to be able to have like a top-down camera so you can see what I'm opening and check that out. So that way the next time I do an unboxing will be better than this time where I just have one camera. But yeah, this thing's pretty badass. I'm I'm enjoying this camera. I've only had it for a day, but hey, I'm loving it. And with this 250 gig SD card, man, this thing, I can shoot for 5 hours straight at 4K, 24 frames. Or if I want to do 120 frames at 1080p, I can do 10 hours is what it says. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's a long time. Like, I don't see myself anytime soon shooting 5 hours in one day. That's a lot of shooting. And Sony has gotten rid of the 30-minute record limit that all DSLRs and mirrorless cameras have. So I can literally shoot all 256 gigs on this card without it stopping recording, which means if I wanted to do an interview or a podcast or something, I could literally just set this camera down, hit record, and not have to worry about it. Like, one of the most frustrating things is having to constantly, like, especially if you're in an interview, having to stop that and then go and check to see if the camera is still recording. Because when you're in an interview, you don't want to stop the conversation because it just messes up the whole flow of things and the time you already took to make that person feel comfortable because you are recording them. And so you can set this camera down, just hit record and not worry about it, and shoot until your card literally runs out. So the bigger the card you have, the better, I guess, at that point. I hope you guys enjoyed this though, so come back for the next one. I'll see you guys soon.